Good morning, it's Eric Andrist, a patient safety advocate. Many of the new members are not familiar with my stories or my participation here, so I thought I'd recap a bit for them. My partner of 38 years died prematurely due to negligence of a doctor in 2023, and I'm grateful to have a complaint finally move through the system. An odd thing did happen though recently, and without talking about the specifics of my case and put Carrie on alert, one day it appeared on Breeze that the case was complete and that the doctor's license had been revoked. I was able to download the decision and immediately posted it on social media and sent it to a local reporter. But then out of the blue, the status of the case changed from revocation back to accusation, and the decision document disappeared. Clearly, this board had made a mistake, and when I tried to find out what happened, was told that at the last minute the doctor had requested a hearing. Okay, fine, but why did it all appear on Breeze as completed then? Now I've been forced to eat crow and have a reporter wondering why I told him that this doctor had his license revoked when in fact it hadn't. I had been unable to get a response as to exactly what really happened. But going back to why I'm here in the first place, in 2012, my mentally retarded sister Callie, who I cared for full time, was in the hospital with a strangulated bowel. Long story short, the doctor ordered a CT scan, giving her a radioactive beverage at the same time they gave her a drug 7 times stronger than morphine, which knocked her out, causing her to aspirate the radioactive beverage into her lungs, which caused pulmonary edema and sent her into cardiac arrest. The hospital assumed because she was mentally retarded that she was a do not resuscitate and stood around doing nothing to revive her. When they realized they were wrong, they started CPR and did revive her 17 minutes later, but she was already brain dead from the delay and died the next day. I filed a complaint with both the nursing board and the medical board. The nursing board disciplined 2 nurses, the lesser of the evils, but the medical board refused to investigate the doctor and closed the complaint. 4 years later, I went in for hernia surgery myself, and long story short again, it was bungled 3 times over 3 years. I now live with an irreversible hernia, gastroparesis, and other medical problems from botched surgeries. I filed a medical board complaint against the surgeon, but the board closed it, refusing once again to investigate. Now it was really feeling like retaliation. In 2015, I set out on a mission to start monitoring this board because it was clear that they weren't doing their job to protect us from all bad doctors. It's 10 years later and you're still failing miserably.
30
You've been in
seconds remaining.
existence for over a century and you still can't get it right. Many of you profess that the California Medical Association has no pull over this board, but it's very clear now that's baloney. And many of you are at their bidding to further your public and political careers at the expense of patient safety. What you fail to realize when you all express your frustration with the patient safety advocates is we're here because you're not doing your job. We are a product of this board's lack of protection. Remember that. Thank you.
Thank you for your public comment. Next up here we have Monty Goddard. Monty should be receiving that prompt.